everyone and welcome back. Have you ever felt like someone is calling your name in the middle of the night when you're all alone? A whisper so creepy, cold and scary. You might think you're imagining this, but it's not always the case. There are many dark forces that roam at night. Their presence is not always known. There are some who do not want to be felt and heard by everyone. Nishi Daak is an evil entity that calls out a person's name by imitating the voice of his or her loved ones. Nishi Daak is an extremely dangerous dark spirit, a monster that enjoys tricking people to their doom. Nishi means night and Daak means call, so the name Nishi Daak translates to call of the dark. This evil spirit is very commonly heard in many parts of Bengal. In Bihar and Jharkhand, this same entity is known as Nishi. When you're walking alone at night, if you hear the voice of your loved ones calling your name, it could be your mom's voice, your grandma's or your partner's who are not actually there with you at that time. Do not turn around or follow the voice. Please ignore it and keep walking. It is believed that this monstrous spirit appears like the person whose voice it's imitating, or like a blurry figure at a distance, which will make the person follow it to get a closer look. Soon, the victim will find himself all alone in a deserted area where there's no one else. Once Nishi Daak has its victim away from others and all alone, it reveals its terrifying true form before attacking. It is said that Nishi Daak calls a person's name only twice, and if the person doesn't respond, it moves on. It is believed that Nishi Daak attacks only one person at night, especially on a dark moon night. It is very rare that this evil entity will attack a person closer to his or her house. Also, only those can see Nishi Daak who the entity is planning an attack on. Ghosts that cannot find peace after facing an unnatural death, like accidents, murders, suicide, find it impossible to move on to the other side. Nishi Daaks are unhappy souls of those who after death never get proper burial or funeral rituals. They are stuck here and over time turn into evil spirits that harm or trouble people when they are found alone, away from others, away from home. There are stories told in which Nishi Daak has killed its own family members one by one as they remained ignorant about completing the final rituals properly, despite getting many signs from the other side. Unable to move on and staying stuck in a place where they don't belong, night after night, it would turn any good spirit into a monster. I recall reading an article years ago about a local park in India. The article was published to alert people to tell them not to stay there after closing hours. That park had seen some strange deaths. All the investigation reports came out non-conclusive. Some people who were walking by that park at night after closing hours have reported hearing voices. They said they could hear someone calling out their names. But the park looked so dark and scary, they just ignored the voice and walked away. Nishi Daak is famous in various parts of India. They are also used by people who practice black magic to hurt others and to cause trouble. It also comes at a great cost. If the black magic ritual is not done properly, it can backfire and cause multiple deaths. It is said that Nishi Daak cannot be destroyed. But a person who knows the right rituals and powerful chants to help an unhappy, angry soul move on, only that person can control Nishi Daak and help that soul enter the other side. Unfortunately, people who possess the skill is not heard of. Another spirit that attacks after calling out names, just like Nishi Daak, is Chalaawa. Chalaawa is a legend that haunts North India even today. Unlike other ghosts, Chalaawa is a soul that has been punished by God for all the bad deeds done. These souls are trapped on earth because they are not allowed to enter hell or heaven. They are cursed to be on earth forever. Chalaawas can imitate voices of the loved ones and shapeshift. They usually target young men whose wedding is scheduled in the near future. Unlike other evil entities, Chalaawas are known to take their time. It follows its victims sometimes for days and sometimes even a month. During the day, Chalaawa takes form of an ox and follows its victim around, learning about his family and his friends, their voices and his routine. When Chalaawa has done its homework and is ready for an attack, it waits for the right opportunity. And the night when Chalaawa finds its victim sleeping alone, it will call out his name using the voice of his loved one. If the person responds, Chalaawa challenges him to fight it till morning. But the condition is, if the person cannot survive the fight and gives up before morning, it will rip him to shreds. But if the person survives the fight and stays alive till the first rays of sun touch the earth, the person and his 7th generation inherits extreme good luck. But fighting a Chalaawa through the night and surviving rarely happens. Another version describes Chalaawa as a spirit of a young boy who is not so dangerous. He just likes playing pranks, like messing things which are kept outdoors, turning the plant pots upside down, and sometimes even knocking on doors that are not easily accessible from outside, like the doors which are on higher floors of the house. No matter what form the Chalaawa takes, it can be easily recognized from its eyes as they keep moving and will not make direct eye contact. Regardless of whether Chalaawa is dangerous or not, I certainly wouldn't stand there waiting to find out. In the apartment complex that my mom is living in right now, people have said many times they hear strange voices. My mom's neighbor told me that many nights she could hear someone call her Amma. Amma means mom. And whenever she went to check on her son, he would be found fast asleep. My mom also told me that she too has heard someone call her, but she just ignores it and goes back to sleep like nothing happened. Brave one, my mom. We have had so many paranormal encounters in our ancestral house that we have learned to deal with this quietly rather than running around screaming. People in her block have also heard faint knocking sounds many times. I was there for 3 weeks recently, and of course I was curious about this. Being a light sleeper, I too was woken up many times because of the sounds. My mom's apartment is at the top floor and the terrace was right above. Most of the nights I've heard someone running in the terrace. What's odd is the timing. It was all at 3 in the morning when everybody would be fast asleep. My mom's neighbor said that they too could hear someone running in the terrace at night. Her son, who was so tired of seeing her scared, one night decided to go up just to show her that it's nothing but another person either running or doing something. So next night when they heard the sound, her son went up to the terrace and he found no one. Many times we hear voices, someone calling us, faint knocks at the door at midnight, footsteps or furniture moving. It's not always our imagination. Whichever the case, please do not be scared as these things feed on fear. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to click subscribe and the bell notification. Have a wonderful day. We'll be back with more. Bye.